All right, I also moved here. I'm also a transplant, so thank you for your land, Austin. It's nice to be here. I broke up with my girlfriend, which was hard. All right. I don't know why somebody wooed at that, but it's not the right response. But my PTSD, it was interracial, it was hard. Is anyone dating interracial here? Good. Listen, stick to your own kind. Don't explore. Don't be curious. All right, you guys are dating interracially? Yeah, okay, it's okay. I'm not gonna fight. You guys say racist things to each other? Of course, that's the key to any good interracial relationship is you just say fucked up. Anything that's wrong with them, just blame their whole people. That's what me and my ex did, you know? Every time something went wrong, she'd be like, listen, I don't know what they do in Bangladesh, but in this country, we wash our dishes after we use them. And what's messed up is I'm not from Bangladesh, so I don't know where she gets off, you know? Do you think there's different types of interracial couples? Some that are more popular than others? What are the popular ones? Shout them out.
Black and white.
Black and, okay, yeah. Thank you for your input. White girl, black guy is I think what you meant, right? That's the common one. What's the other one? White guy, Asian girl. I'm tired of that, right? Those are played out. Show me an interesting matchup. Show me something different, right? Like Indian guy, black girl. Or Indian guy, Asian girl. Or Indian guy, pretty much Indian guy. I don't give a shit where she's from. Just trying to get more ass right now. So. I grew up Muslim, which is, you can hold your applause, which you did. So I moved to Texas, which has been interesting. I was just looking for a lawless land where I could do comedy, you know? And I love it here. I moved to Mexico first, which is the most lawless land. And I went there to do comedy, and it turns out they don't speak the language, so it's really hard to land a single fucking joke. So I moved there because all my friends were like, you gotta move to Mexico City right now. Has anyone lived in Mexico City? Beautiful place, right? They were like, it's like New York City in the 90s. It's affordable, it's artistic, it's grungy. You gotta move to New York, or Mexico City, because it's like New York City in the 90s. I was like, New York City in the 90s, somebody should at least warn them about 9/11. So, I'll go. I'll let them know. We got big things planned. I was their Muslim ambassador. They had never seen me before, you know? So I was just handing out advice I had no business handing out, you know? I was like, listen, I'm not the head honcho, but I'll probably knock those two down. So I don't know. I'll beef up security on that one and that one. I was dating a Mexican girl when I was down there, which was enlightening. You learn a lot when you date cross-culturally, right? I learned how conservative Mexican girls are. You guys know this? Very Catholic country. She was telling me a lot of Mexican girls will save their virginity until after they're pregnant. So, I was like, yeah, you want me to wait? Like, what are we doing? We can wait. I moved here, which has been interesting. I've been doing comedy all over. I did a state fair, which, is anyone in the state fairs here? Yeah? This place is quite white, so I don't know. I feel like a guest speaker at a Klan rally right now. I hope you guys like state fairs. I brought out all my state fair material today. I love state fairs. They have all sorts of vendors. That's my favorite part of the state fair. My favorite vendor that I saw, he sold flags. That was his whole business model. Anything you believe in, he had a flag for. Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. This guy did not give a shit. Just a pure capitalist. It's the most American thing I've ever seen. He was Korean, but his heart was pumping red, white, and blue, baby. I asked him, I was like, what do you believe in? He's like, all flags make money, so how the fuck would I pick a side? So I bought two. I got a Make America Great Again and ISIS flag. They were both in the discount bin, so what do you want me to do? I moved here, I started trying to see a therapist. I like that, thank you. Makes me feel good about myself. You see a therapist, man? Yeah? How's that going for you? It's working out? So good, right? There's different kinds of therapy. You gotta find the one that's right for you, is what I learned. So I went online, I did my research, I read everyone's bio, and I chose the cutest one. It doesn't feel like it's working, because she's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I feel horny. This feels like beautiful. I just found myself telling her all the cool shit I'm doing in my life. And she seemed closed off, you know? That's not what you want in a therapist. You want someone who's open and willing to fuck you. And I don't know who gave her a license. So I've been journaling instead. This is a big journaling crowd. You guys like to journal? You gotta write, right? That's how you get everything out that's within you. I had a problem with my neighbor, and instead of getting into a fight with him, I wrote a racial slur on his door. Immediately I felt better. So I should be writing more. I think it's the. Anyone have a puppy here? It's a big dog crowd. Yeah. Okay. Do you ever make your? You said you have a puppy, sir. Do you ever make your friends watch your dog? Occasionally. So on behalf of your friends, don't make your friends watch. It's a hard experience, right? I had to watch my friend's dog for a week, and this dog has lost the only person who gave a fuck about him. And he's just staring out the window, and staring back at me, and then staring back at the window. He's like, my dad's coming back. I'm like, your dad's gone for the week, buddy. Just me and you. And I could sense that he could sense that I don't care that much about him. Alright, relax, nothing happened. And what's the best part of having a dog? You get to cuddle with the pup, right? You ever try to cuddle with somebody else's dog that's trapped in your house? You feel like a rapist. I was naked in my bed. Come on, don't tell anybody. I don't know. I've been traveling, especially before the pandemic. I went to Italy. Anyone been to Italy here? Yeah, beautiful place. Where'd you go, sir?
All over.
All over? It sounds like you're making this up. That's what I say when I don't go somewhere and I like. I went to Pisa. Did you go to Pisa?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
You went? Okay. What's the best part of Pisa?
Leaning Tower.
The Leaning Tower. You gotta go to the Leaning Tower. That's what everyone told me. So I went, I saw the Leaning Tower, and the whole time I was like, whoa. Why is that impressive? That the tower leans? You know how many half-built bridges Pakistan has? You don't see us organizing bus tours. That's a lot of confidence by the Italians, isn't it? To be like, hey, you see how we have fun in this building? No other country's doing that. Like the Italians. I have been traveling around. I went to Florida and did a bunch of comedy down there. I like Florida. Is anyone from Florida? Yeah? Alright, you don't have to raise your hand though. That's a lot of pride from the worst state. I went to Florida. There's something old about Florida, isn't it? The people feel old, the attitude seems old, the animals look old. I saw a flamingo wearing a hearing aid. There's a difference between young people and old people. Young people dance like no one's watching, and old people talk like no one's been listening. I'll get off on this joke. I moved here. I had to find a roommate. My last roommate, he was depressed, which is, I would not recommend it. Actually, can I do a new joke? Is that okay? You guys, what do you want to hear? An old joke or a new joke? Yeah. I've been 69ing with my girlfriend a lot lately. You ever feel like you're doing more work when you're 69ing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you too? Act like, it's a group project, isn't it? So when they're not doing their part, you gotta go back there, hey, what's going on back there? You can't moan the whole time, yeah? That only kind of works. Right. I'll get up on a better joke, I guess. yeah, I found a roommate. I had to find a roommate. You know, my last roommate was depressed, so don't recommend it. That's the second time I'll warn you about that. I went on Craigslist. Anyone gone shopping for roommates on Craigslist? Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of enthusiasm. All right, I had to find a room. It's weird looking for a roommate on Craigslist, you know, because all the listings sound the same. Every listing tries to hype it up. Like, hey, we got a furnished room. All the roommates like to play board games together. We're LGBT friendly. Why is that relevant? That's the only identity you can bring up in a Craigslist ad. You can't bring up anybody else. You never get a listing that's like, hey, we got 3 rooms. They're not furnished. And we're fine with Jews. I had to find a roommate. My last roommate is depressed, which, okay, I keep bringing that up because he kept bringing that up. That's one of the symptoms of depression, is that you annoy everyone around you with your sadness. So. One time he called me, he's like, listen, Raza, I think I'm gonna kill myself. You know how hard that is? Like, hey man, you got the wrong number. You gotta call the hotline, right? That's why they made a hotline. All the townspeople got together. I was like, listen, if I gotta hear that guy one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out. So let's build a call center. We'll call it a hotline. We'll put some Indians in the call center. Can you imagine an Indian suicide center? It's like, sir, don't do it. We have special cable package this weekend only. I think you're gonna want to stick around. All right, guys, you ready for your next comment? Might have seen him on the Joe Rogan Experience. He was also on Conan. Make some noise. Let's get some energy in here for Jimmy Kilstein, everybody.